Are you about to make a costly mistake? Not all SUVs are safe, durable, or even reliable. Some are plagued by mechanical failures, costly repairs, and disappointing reviews from their owners. Today, we reveal the 19 worst SUVs you could buy in 2025, according to Consumer Reports data and analysis. We start with the number 19 spot, where we have the Hyundai Tucson, an SUV that has gained popularity for its modern design and technology, but that, according to Consumer Reports, has several drawbacks that could make you reconsider its purchase. With a starting price of $28,705, the renewal of this model has brought improvements, but has also raised its cost. Also, some mechanical problems have already begun to worry owners. One of the most reported failures is in the fuel injectors. Users have reported that the vehicle began to misfire at just 1,500 miles, and in some cases stopped starting altogether around 2,000 miles. Despite multiple repair attempts at dealerships, a serious problem that should not appear in a practically new SUV. Added to this is a hard suspension, affecting comfort and an interior lacking in customization options. In 18th place, we have the Chevrolet Bolt EUV, an electric SUV that, on paper, seemed like a great option due to its affordable price of $18,590 and its technology focused on efficiency. However, the reality has been very different, and the problems it has presented make it one of the worst purchases you could make in 2025. One of the most worrying flaws has been in its lithium-ion battery, a key component in any electric vehicle. So much so that General Motors had to recall and replace the defective module, an extreme measure that highlights the fragility of the system. Failures have also been reported in the car's transmission, electrical system, and electronics, which means that, in addition to potential mechanical issues, you could face frozen screens, errors in controls, and unexpected failures in driver assistance systems. In 17th place, we have the Ford Bronco Sport, an SUV with an adventurous image and a price of $29,995, which promises to be a solid option for those looking for a compact SUV. However, the reality is that this model has accumulated a number of problems that make it a bad buy for 2025. One of the biggest drawbacks is in its mechanical reliability, with reports of failures in the suspension, drive system, and electronics of the car. This means that you could find yourself with a less stable ride than expected, possible traction failures, and, worst of all, problems with the electronic systems, which is critical in a vehicle that relies on advanced technology to improve its off-road performance. But it doesn't end there. Annoying noises and leaks have also been reported, which highlights problems with the bodywork hardware. In 16th place, we have the Hyundai Kona Electric, an SUV that, on paper, seems like an interesting option with a price of $24,550. However, actual driving experience and reliability issues have made it an option that many will prefer to avoid in 2025. One of the biggest drawbacks is the number of mechanical and electrical failures, from problems with the transmission, battery, and drive system, to failures in car electronics, electrical accessories, and annoying noises and leaks. Having an electric vehicle should mean less maintenance and fewer mechanical issues, but the Kona Electric seems to defy that logic. As for its range, Hyundai announces a homologated range of 454 kilometers, according to the WLTP cycle. But in real tests, this figure drops to 365 kilometers. This for long trips may fall short, especially if you do not have constant access to a fast charging station. In 15th place, we have the Jaguar I-Pace, a luxury electric SUV that, with a price tag of $72,000, should offer a premium experience in every aspect. However, it has a number of problems that make it a bad buy. One of the biggest drawbacks is its mechanical and electronic reliability. Failures have been reported in the car's suspension, drive system, electrical accessories, and electronics, in addition to problems with the body hardware, annoying noises, and leaks. Another con is its loading speed, which isn't as fast as many of its modern competitors. In addition, some users have reported that the charging system can be problematic, requiring disconnecting and reconnecting the vehicle so that it can start charging properly, something frustrating in a high-end model. In 14th place, we have the Kia Niro EV, an electric SUV priced at $44,600 that, although it promises efficiency and technology, has several drawbacks that make it a bad buy for 2025. One of the main problems reported by owners has to do with mechanical and electrical reliability. Faults have been identified in the transmission, electrical system, hybrid, electric battery, electrical accessories, and drive system, in addition to problems with the car's electronics. For an SUV in this price range, these failures can translate into constant workshop visits and costly repairs. Another negative aspect is its storage capacity. The large battery and electric powertrain take up space, reducing the volume of the trunk compared to internal combustion models. For families or drivers who need a lot of cargo space, this can be a major limitation. In 13th place, we have the Volvo XC40 Recharge, an electric SUV priced at $40,650 that, despite carrying the prestige of Volvo, has several drawbacks. Failures have been reported in the suspension, electrical accessories, drive system, car electronics, and body hardware. In addition, its performance in terms of energy efficiency is not the best. It combines a 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine with an electric motor, but its homologated consumption of 2.1 liters per 100 kilometers, WLTP, is not particularly low, especially when compared to some rivals. Another big problem is its load capacity. The battery only supports a charging power of up to 3.7 kilowatts, which is very limited when compared to other models that allow charging of 7.4 kilowatts and even 11 kilowatts. This means that recharging the vehicle can be a time-consuming and impractical process. In 12th place, we have the Mazda CX-9, a three-row SUV that, with a price of $38,750, tries to position itself as a luxury option, but in practice leaves a lot to be desired. One of its biggest problems is its poorly used interior space. Despite being a large SUV, its third row of seats is practically useless for adults. In addition, when all rows are in use, the cargo space is greatly reduced, making it an impractical option. Another aspect to consider is that as it is an SUV with premium aspirations, its repairs and services are more expensive than those of its competitors, which in the long term translates into a significant expense. In fact, the CX-9 is estimated to have a 22% chance of requiring a major repair within the first 10 years, which is a worrying figure. In 11th place, we have the Ford Expedition, a large SUV that, with a price tag of $62,000, may seem like a robust and spacious option, but in reality comes with problems. One of its main drawbacks is its lack of reliability. Over the years, this model has racked up reports of high ownership and maintenance costs, with repair bills that can exceed $6,200. In addition, the aluminum body panels have presented problems, with multiple reports of peeling and bubbling paint, something that should not happen in an SUV of this price. Not only does this affect the aesthetics of the vehicle, but it can decrease its resale value. In terms of handling, the Expedition's steering has been criticized for being imprecise, which can affect the feeling of control on the road, especially considering its size and weight. Before continuing, if you are interested in this type of video, I recommend our video 10 European cars you should avoid. I will leave you the link above. At number 10, we find the Mini Countryman, an SUV that, priced at $38,900, tries to maintain the spirit of the brand, but ends up moving away from what made Mini special in the first place. One of its main problems is its growth in size. It is now 4.43 meters long, which makes it significantly larger than its previous versions, and despite this, it has not improved its use of interior space, something that is especially disappointing for an SUV in this segment. The interior quality is also not up to the price. Hard plastics are found in several areas of the cabin, which takes away from the feeling of luxury and solidity. In addition, the high-load lip in the trunk makes it difficult to put heavy objects in, something that should not be a problem in a vehicle that aims to be practical. At number 9, we have the Buick Envision, an SUV that, despite its refined appearance and $36,500 price tag, presents several reasons to think twice before buying it. Although its maintenance cost is not excessively high, it has a 5% chance of needing major repairs, which can translate into unforeseen expenses. Plus, its build quality leaves a lot to be desired, with recurring issues with windows, locks, latches, and seat controls, details that can become annoying over time. In addition, as with many premium brand vehicles, their maintenance costs can exceed those expected, which affects their value for money. And while its technology and design are attractive, the driving experience isn't exactly exciting. In such a competitive market, the Envision simply fails to stand out enough to justify its purchase. At number 8, we have the Volkswagen Taos, an SUV that, despite its attractive price of $24,995, has been ranked by Consumer Reports as one of the least reliable vehicles for 2024. Although the 2025 model has received some updates, its reputation remains questionable. Its interior, while functional and stylish, feels too conservative and simple compared to other competitors that offer more modern and sophisticated designs. In addition, its infotainment system, although intuitive, forces you to use the touchscreen for various functions, which can be uncomfortable and impractical while driving. In terms of performance, the Taos delivers but does not stand out. Its acceleration is smooth, but it lacks the power needed for an exciting driving experience. Add to that its dubious reliability record, and it's easy to see why the Taos isn't the best choice in the compact SUV segment. In the 7th spot, we have the Ford Explorer, an SUV that, despite its price of $39,785 and its robust design, is not the best buy for 2025. RepairPal ranked it 19th out of 26 in reliability among mid-size SUVs, which is already a red flag. Also, Cars Direct considers it the worst SUV to lease, due to its low incentives and unfavorable costs. Although its exterior design is attractive, the interior leaves something to be desired with some controls and finishes that could be of better quality. The entry-level version with rear-wheel drive may not be enough for those looking for greater safety on slippery terrain or adverse weather. In addition, the 170-horsepower variant has a limited range of only 385 kilometers in the WLTP cycle, making it impractical for long journeys. With these disadvantages, the Explorer falls short against its rivals. At number 6, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee, an SUV that, with a base price of $36,495, promises luxury and off-road capability, but leaves a lot to be desired in terms of reliability and operating costs. Consumer Reports included it in the list of the 10 least reliable vehicles, and its fuel economy is one of the worst in its segment, especially in versions with traditional gasoline engines. Although the plug-in hybrid variant, 4xe, improves efficiency, its high price makes it not a viable option for everyone. In addition, being a premium SUV, its maintenance and repair costs are significantly high, which can translate into unexpected expenses in the long run. While their interior space is adequate, the two-row versions may fall short in comfort for large families. With questionable reliability and a steep cost, the Grand Cherokee isn't the best buy in 2025. In the number 5 position, we have the other version of the Jeep, the Grand Cherokee L, a 3-row SUV that, with a price of $39,035, seeks to offer luxury and space, but ends up leaving many owners with headaches. Its list of mechanical problems is worrying, with failures in the automatic start-stop system that, instead of improving efficiency, have caused inconvenience to drivers. Some reports indicate that it takes up to 15 seconds for the vehicle to start, which is not only frustrating but can also be dangerous in certain situations. Added to this are problems in the infotainment system, with screens that flicker or stop working completely, affecting the experience of the driver and passengers. As if that were not enough, there have also been difficulties with the transmission, which compromises the reliability of the vehicle. At number 4, we have the Land Rover Discovery, an SUV that combines luxury and off-road capabilities, but with a starting price of $60,200 and exorbitant maintenance costs, it becomes a difficult purchase to justify. While its imposing design and refined interior may appeal to those seeking exclusivity, the reality is that maintenance and repairs are extremely expensive. The parts are expensive, the specialized labor is not accessible, and any visit to the workshop can represent a blow to the pocket. In addition, although it offers hybrid and diesel versions, its range and efficiency are not up to par with the new electric SUVs, which leaves it at a disadvantage compared to more modern options. Despite its off-road performance, on a day-to-day basis, the Discovery can become a source of unnecessary expenses, which makes it an undesirable option. In the number 3 spot, we have the Volvo XC90 Hybrid, a premium SUV priced at $57,400 that, despite its sophisticated image, presents several problems that make it a questionable purchase. With an unstable reliability of just 21 out of 100 according to Consumer Reports, this plug-in hybrid model has generated mixed reviews. Although it promises efficiency, its consumption in the city can skyrocket if you drive with more energy than usual. Its large size, at almost 5 meters in length, makes it impractical for maneuvering in narrow urban environments. In addition, failures have been reported in recent models, such as problems with the navigator display, steering wheel buttons that stop working, and turbo failures. While these issues are often covered by warranty, they are a concern for the future, as out-of-warranty repairs can be costly. In short, an SUV that does not justify its price. In the number 2 spot, we have the Jeep Wrangler, an iconic off-roader with a starting price of $32,095 that, despite its adventurous image, has several drawbacks that make it a questionable purchase. One of its most notorious problems is the appearance of squeaks and leaks over time, especially due to frequent use of its removable roof. These details affect their reliability and can be annoying on a day-to-day basis. In addition, although the plug-in hybrid model offers an electric range of 33 miles according to the EPA, in practice this figure varies considerably, and fuel consumption in hybrid mode may be higher than expected. Its interior space is not the best either, with a reduced third row of seats and cargo capacity compromised by the battery. While it's an SUV with character, its flaws and maintenance costs make it hard to recommend. And finally, in the number 1 position, we have the Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid, a luxury SUV with a starting price of $47,050 that, despite its elegance and technology, has several problems that make it a bad buy. Its reliability is a major concern, with a low rating of 21 out of 100 in Consumer Reports for the 2024 model, raising questions about potential failures in the battery, electrical accessories, and infotainment systems. In addition, when the battery runs out, fuel consumption on the road is high, affecting its efficiency. In addition, the trunk is smaller than in the combustion versions, which can be a problem for those who need more cargo capacity. Its extra weight from the hybrid system also impacts performance. With a design already showing signs of aging, its high cost simply doesn't justify the inconvenience it can bring. And that's all for today. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Goodbye.